Hey, what's up YouTube? It's the HiFi Brothers. Hope you've been enjoying your summer.
Because today we're going to talk about a hot product from Emotiva.
Let's get to it. Alright, well welcome to today's episode everybody. It's been a while since the HiFi Brothers done a video, so we're excited to bring you guys a quick video today on a product recommendation from Emotiva. So Ralph, what is the product we're going to be talking about today?
So the product we're going to talk about today, bro, is an Emotiva S8 Flex Subwoofer from Emotiva.
Sounds pretty awesome. Well, without further ado, let's go ahead and show you guys the subwoofer. And Ralph's going to go ahead and read off some tech specs while you guys see some panning from us.
So the tech specs on this subwoofer is it's one active down-firing subwoofer and one 8-inch passive, which is front-firing. It has a 200-watt RMS Class D amplifier built in. It actually has a high-pass crossover frequency controller. It has a line level output. It has two stereo line inputs. Sorry, one. It has an LFE for subwoofer for home theater output, and then it has a high level input. Volume control. It has a crossover control. It has a phase switch. And then you have your power mode switch, and it has an LED light to notify you if it's on or off. So there you go.
All right, Ralph. Well, I got to take this out of the box, and I just wanted to share first impressions. So what is your first impressions of the subwoofer?
My first impressions was that, you know, it's just looks like a plain subwoofer. But when I got closer to it, it had this vinyl finish on it, which is actually pretty cool. I looked at the subwoofers. Yeah, they look like they're pretty sturdy, pretty solid subwoofers. Just a small sub. That's what it is, basically what it is, just a small subwoofer. So what do you think about it, bro?
Well, I mean, when I took it out, the first thing that caught my eye was, wow, this thing is super small, right? Because I'm used to really big subwoofers, 12-inch, 13-inch, and higher, you know, size subwoofers. I never really thought about an 8-inch subwoofer. But when you do get closer, you do notice that it has a dual drivers. But yeah, I would agree with you about the looks. I did like how it was a semi-gloss, I guess, finish to it. It did look leathery to me, so that's probably a good analogy, right? Leather, sometimes it looks shiny, sometimes it doesn't. That's definitely kind of what the cabinet looks like. But yeah, I would say overall it's a pretty cool looking product from Emotiva. All right, Ralph, why don't we go ahead and give everybody a quick demo of the subwoofer?
Let's get to it.
All right, Ralph, that was a pretty cool demo that we just did.
Absolutely.
But anyway, I wanted to talk to everybody about how we actually had this subwoofer hooked up. Believe it or not, we actually had it hooked up wirelessly from Ralph's stereo. So what we used is a cool product that Emotiva makes. It's called the Virtual Copper 24-bit wireless digital audio wireless system. Sorry, I had to look at it. It's a mouthful.
Cool.
But yeah, so this is the receiver, and then the one that Ralph's holding is a transmitter. Very easy to use. When you get this device, it actually goes for $129.99 off of Emotiva's website. There's no instruction manual, but hooking up is pretty simple. So you just basically hook up the power cord to each device, and then each will have will need its own RCA cable. So one's going to go to the subwoofer, which would be the receiver, and then the transmitter is going to go to the receiver or your stereo system. And once you plug them in for power, both the blue lights, LED lights on the front of each device is going to flash, and then you just press the pair button on both of them, and it pairs, and that's it, you're done. So what's kind of cool about this is that you can hook up the subwoofer, or any subwoofer for that matter, virtually anywhere in your house, just to let you guys know about that cool product. So now that we actually had a chance to check out the subwoofer, so Ralph, let's start with you. What are your thoughts about the Emotiva S8?
Well, like I said, it's only an 8-inch subwoofer, I'm not gonna say that it's bad or anything like that. I will say that it's a it's one of those. It's not huge. It's not a big subwoofer. You're not gonna get a home theater experience from this. But I will say that it's actually good for music. It's good for music. It's good to pair with some small speakers, maybe for a desktop or something like that, and you have it just sit underneath you or something like that, and you just have it playing. Perfect right there.
So for me, my impression of it is I actually thought that it gave just enough amount of bass for you to hear the bass. Not feel, but more or less hear it. And I think that's going to be great for a person who lives in an apartment complex.
Yeah.
Maybe a student in a dorm, somebody who maybe is a PC gamer and doesn't want to rock their family while they're playing playing games and stuff like that. So I can see that as being a very ideal for those people. But yeah, that's my thoughts of it. I thought it was a pretty scrappy subwoofer. Yeah, I guess that concludes our video today, Ralph.
Absolutely, Barrow. So make sure you like and subscribe and hit that notification button.
And as always,
keep it hi-fi.